For me, I think as CBN, you are supposed to be to monitor day-to-day what goes on, because anything you don't monitor, you cannot manage. So if you don't monitor what goes on in all financial sector of Nigeria, you cannot actually manage effectively. So for me, I think Nigeria has fallen short of doing the right thing by monitoring this platform over time, compared to now that they are now complaining. Now we are seeing them as being the major business of crypto is to speculate. So when you speculate, then maybe you plan to gain from that speculation. So we should know that every organization that speculates is also in anticipation for a negative effect that will bring a positive externality to their own good. So for me, they are now accusing Binance of manipulation, not even speculation. So that's where the problem comes now. How do you mean by manipulation? So when you say manipulation, does it mean CBN and other financial sector are also using Binance as a factor to measure the value of Naira? That's the question. So if Bureau de Change are now seeing Binance as a platform to give them speculation that they will follow, or that's the meaning of manipulation, that becomes a problem. So that simply means there is no adequate regulation on the part of Binance from federal government, and also on the part of federal government to Bureau de Change. So it's a serious problem that we need to tame. However, we should also take our responsibility.
Doctor, I have a very, I would say, honest question from you now. And I ask because I understand that there is little to no monitoring, and regulating that happens when it comes to blockchain transactions. So how much of regulation can the CBN really do when it comes to, cryptocurrency transactions on a blockchain?
Now, looking at crypto, it has no central platform, no central management. But as a country, we have seen US doing that. As a country, you can now have a system that before you withdraw money from that platform, we must know how much, and who is actually going to. If you look at the reasons why they are arresting these people, they said two of them, they told them that they should bring out the document showing, or the data rather, showing the transaction of 2023 and who features, but they decide to decline. That's why they actually arrest them, that no, they cannot give you those documents. So since $26 trillion has passed through a particular platform for a year, after the incident, you are now saying no, you want to see it. It's counterproductive. So you can only create a regulation going forward that will tame such occurrence, not that you ask for a record, because once they release that record to you, it makes a lot of people to be susceptible to you, and it's a closed business. It's a peer-to-peer. So it's a free platform for people to trade, and it's a global. We have about 170 million people day-to-day trading on that platform. You can only control your own end and leave the rest for the world. So that is it.
Speaking about regulation, already we do have, some sort of regulation in place. There is the National Blockchain Policy, which was enacted in 2023 last year. December. But then again, looking at how, the matters are currently being handled, there are quite a number of opinions that have come from different quarters, and one of those is that there is a thin line between regulating and strangulating. And I say this because we have seen, some other countries accept cryptocurrency and eventually make it the legal tender. And one of those, I believe, is El Salvador. And we've seen growth come out from these countries that have adopted, cryptocurrency as the legal tender. So let us hear from you. The current events that we are witnessing, is this us throwing away, I'll say, the baby with the bathwater, or is there another way we could have gone about this?
Right. I think when you made mention of strangulating, and that's why I want to come from this platform. I think Nigeria is magnifying, or federal government is over-magnify this cryptocurrency, and it's a problem. It's because it gives much credence to speculation. Now, this arrest and this process, I don't think it's what they should bring to the fore of the populace. It's what you can do at background and create your own law that will actually tame this and make it not happen. Not that you bring it to the fore of the. It even show weakness on your part that you've not been doing what you're supposed to do. So when you talk about strangulating and regulating for Nigeria, if it is not accepted, if there is no level, it's not bad to strangulate what you think have negative impact on your economy. So at this, we have a fragile economy. An economy that does not actually export as expected, an economy that does not attract foreign direct investment that would have engendered us having more supply side of dollar. Right? We don't have those things. Then we are now banking back on what? On speculation. So when you have too much speculation, it brings a problem. So how do we tame this speculation? And I think that is why they are falling back to Binance or other crypto platforms. But for me, I think this CBN governor should do more, because I look at even the MPC, I discovered that it's much more policy that is going to be counterproductive, if you ask me.
Okay, one of the latest, I'll say, developments from Binance Nigeria, this morning I realized that, when it comes to the P2P, that is the peer-to-peer transactions, the Naira had been removed from the list. So right now, as I speak, Nigerians can no longer, engage in the P2P transactions. But let us hear from you. You've talked on regulation, and I personally believe that moving forward, the only way we can address this issue is through regulation. So